down there, so that these officers should be coordinating some of those functions that.
And if we want to take pages, for instance, in the elite,
for just making money and getting titles for people, all moving forward. I'll give my own platform.
So let it be that the people that you are taking out there are the people that are next.
Our athletes have taken part in other competitions, and they are also at the new expectations that are coming. So this is being finalized.
Of sportsmen, and with those few remarks, I beg to.
We are cognizant of that. The county, by themselves, they have some role. I know there are several counties who have enacted a Sports Act within the county, and therefore we shall be sitting. Of course, we also understand that there are amendments that were being done to the current Sports Act. The amendments through the Senate, of course, to bring in some aspects and to review things that were not very clear in the current Sports Act. So we will be having a forum with the county governments so that we can have this discussion with them critically. Then we are supposed to have a retreat of experts and practitioners who will consolidate the views that we shall correct across the country, have them refined so that then we can have a policy and legal framework coming from these outputs. Then the task force will draft the revised national sports policy and a new or amended Sports Act. So we are not ruling, overhauling the current Sports Act. So we are saying from the discussion that we shall have with the sportsmen and the stakeholders within the sector, we may amend the Sports Act, or we can review, come up with a new Sports Act. This one is part of the...
And in Kenya, we are saying inclusivity. We have our brothers and sisters who have challenge. I've never seen the government of Kenya considering them for their facility. They don't have the facility. Me, I'm the coach for Paravoli. I trained in Thailand. When I went there, I saw marvelous. These people access their suitable place for training. But in here in Kenya, they are training for the championship. They cannot get the access of the venue. Even with the toilets, they have problem. They just leave them like that. Me being the coach, I really pity for them, but what can I do? I think the government of Kenya should also consider these brothers and sisters of ours who are living with challenge.
We are all human beings, and we are bound to have a few challenges, a few problems. And if you think you are really hurt so much that you must go to court, then we have been provided with a sports dispute tribunal, which can go all the way to the international level. Court of arbitration in sports. You can go all the way to the international level using the sports dispute tribunal. But the moment you go to the High Court, I'm not challenging that, the High Court or anything, but the moment you go to the High Court, then you need them to say, why haven't you used the same facilities that we have? In our federations, in terms of governance, you also start from the bottom. And you discuss your own issues, arbitration. You can start arbitration, you can go, and so forth and so on. So we are now being seen like we are making so much noise, and I'm sure the citizens of this country sometimes are wondering what is happening with our sports.
Football Kenya Federation has submitted its proposals to the committee that is overseeing the issue of the amendment of the Sports Act. Two of the proposals. One is about the issue of registration of football clubs in Kenya. We strongly believe as a federation that when clubs are registered as companies, the clubs will be able to derive more benefits as to when they're registered as societies. Some of the advantages could be they could issue shares, generate revenue. They could even trade at the National Stock Exchange and generate revenue, amongst other benefits. The second proposal we strongly believe is the jurisdiction of the Sports Dispute Tribunal. We are of the opinion that right now the Sports Dispute Tribunal operates as an appellate body. We are of the proposal that if the Sports Tribunal can be allowed to operate as a first instance body in extraordinary cases, so that we can be able to remove some of the bottlenecks the clubs and football institutions face when it comes to having their cases heard by the Sports Dispute Tribunal. I think the rest of the memoranda will submit to the committee via the legal processes that have been provided.